Hello, beautiful Aquarius. Welcome to your reading. Let's dive into it right away and see what's coming your way. All right, let's see. Okay, I see someone. Second week, we have a path. Kind of looks like tears of joy, a good something coming forward. The fifth month, there's somebody appearing outside of your comfort zone. I don't know if you see my little bug here. And this one, he has a little hat on top of his head and crawling, kind of looks like a baby crawling out of your home, or this can be you taking baby steps. Let's see. The hat can represent an authority, so the baby is not really all unknowing. It has authority over something. However, it's also still a baby taking baby steps towards outside your comfort zone. Like I said, this can be you, or this can be someone in your life exploring something new with the baby steps, and you're watching, observing it. This is the fifth month timeline. I feel like because it has like a bright color, this is going to be something affecting you in a very positive and bright way. By the way, if you're new here, this is Divine Light. And if you haven't already, go ahead, hit the like button and subscribe. It's a free way to see more of these videos and also support the channel. And we have what else? So I see a boomerang right here, first month. We see kind of like a wild animal, looks like a snake, a dinosaur. You can see the eyes are like just like, I see here, those red cartoonish eyes. There's like lines spiraling. So this can be someone who's like a snake energy. I'm going to go with two meanings. It can be someone snaky, meaning someone who's poisonous, someone who is dramatic, or someone who's like restrains and just chokes people to forces them to do something. The second thing can be, yes, it can be someone like that, but this can also be a cycle that you have keep reliving over and over again with a person, and it seems like maybe you're shutting down with a boomerang. This time you're shooting the boomerang and you're saying, you know what, this is it. I don't want to deal with the cycle anymore. I'm bringing an end to it, and because I'm going to move forward to a better and a brighter, a calmer time. This can be a decision you're making about any type of person, work related, money related, job related. This can be a person related to any kind of area in your life. Okay, another thing I see is the golf club. We're gonna look into that too. There are two eyes watching you. I feel like some of you might be pushed or feeling the obligation to make this decision. Those two little eyes can be representing someone who is taking you as an example. Okay, and because they're watching you now, you're saying, you know what, I have allowed this to happen to me, but now it's the time is now that I'm not going to let this repeat generationally or affect others. And that's what's going to happen is the sunshine coming, not right away. The second month we have two here, looks like bags, or like, I want to say, maybe like a sandbags, or maybe some defense things that are going to be thrown at you. And I feel like you're going to build a shield around you that they're not going to affect you that much. And then you're going to free yourself out of that situation. But what's going to happen is, I see kind of like a dragon forming here. This can trigger some things within you. When you take that step, when you get out of that situation, this is going to also trigger something within you, or you're going to trigger a dragon. Dragon can be a Sagittarius, someone fiery, passionate, someone a little bit, I don't want to say aggressive, but someone who is really rebellious, okay? They like freedom. And Aquarius, I feel like you get along well with Sagittarius. So this can be like a soulmate situation, okay? This dragon can be someone, they're coming from the past, someone you already know, someone you already get along with. But the thing is, maybe you have been delaying or putting things out, off with them because you have other things on your plate. The snake is in your plate, okay? And now you're actually getting rid of the snake's energy. You're going to have a chance to maybe ride towards the dawn with this new person or this new energy, this new passion fire, okay? And I told you it's looking very bright till the third month timeline here. The third month timeline, what we have, wow. You can see the face of the person here, nose and the eye and the mouth. The head kind of looks like, when I put it away, I see like a round head right here, kind of like a gray energy. The gray is the, you know, those aliens that we see in the X-Files and stuff in the TV. But this doesn't have to be a literal alien. This can be a person who's alien to the situation that you're dealing with. The gray means that they don't have any emotions, they don't have any colors, or they might be like you know, really cold to what you're going through. They appear with their massive head right there, and they have a storm happening behind them. And another thing I feel here, you might be thinking, oh, look at them, they're so cold. And there can be really something pissing you off as well. I want to point it out because they're showing up with their calm, cool, collected attitude while you are becoming the dragon with a lot of passion here. However, their attitude is actually keeping a lot of like layered here. You see earth. It kind of reminds me, I don't know if you ever seen a picture of this archaeological timeline of certain like soil layers. You see like different types of building patterns and stuff like that. Anyways, it keeps like this person's keeping a lot of like a dramatic experiences or years of things behind them. Like they're blocking it to come to you. Okay. Now I'm starting to think this can be someone, their attitude is actually stoic attitude is useful for you. Their detached attitude is for that moment, it's useful for you because they might be easing you into facing something that is going to have a lot of layers. I'm going to say this can also be a profession for some of you because this doesn't have to be specifically like a family drama you're facing. Maybe you're stepping into a new profession and maybe you're being trained by someone who's a professional. And when you get there, when you look into it, oh, it's going to be like a very complicated thing. For some of you, maybe stepping back into the workforce years later, and this can be an environment has a lot of complicated developments in there. Or I see someone here. I want to show you someone floating. Kind of looks like I don't know if you studied biology back in the day, like in middle school and stuff. We have the shape of like a cell. It has like mitochondria and stuff that's coming to me. And I see someone like actually inside of the cell floating. This can be on the cellular level. I know this is really deep here, but it can be in the cellular level that you are maybe carrying something. And that's going to eventually come to surface as well. Cellular level can be like health-wise, but also can be like family-wise. Something coming to light here, which has a lot of layers on top of it. But I don't think this is going to be something to worry about. But it can be you easing into it can be actually like something that is supposed to be that way. It shouldn't be like you just facing the thing right away, okay? Another thing here, there's a flag right there. And I see the flag. I'm going to interpret this in a sense because I see someone also like celebrating. So it can be a green flag for you. It can be a flag of victory that you're going to get out of it. It can be also cellular level. Maybe there's a family situation happening behind this person's head. And they're going to reveal it to you when it becomes the victory. Okay, it can be that kind of a situation. Let's see what else we have within 5th month, 6th month timeline. 5th month, we have a chunk of money. That's why I feel like there's a path, like a gateway opening. There are 2 of them already. Kind of looks like maybe you're going under a bridge, crossing their water under the bridge. Maybe there are family members that you haven't spoke to for a while. The water under the bridge and a chunk of money can be representing maybe family coming together due to an event or sharing of a money and amount. We have in your heart space, there's like a handsome man. I see kind of like, I see someone like that, but he has one eye in the middle. What is that called? Uniclops? Something? There's actually a mythological creature with one eye. This is in your heart. Okay. So this might be someone you like or you value, or maybe a family member, or maybe someone that you enjoy their company. However, one eye means this person doesn't have a bigger vision. Okay. And they might not see what you're seeing through. And maybe you want to incorporate this person into this money, this wealth, this source coming in, and you want them to be a part of it. You want to work together with them, whatever this is. But they might not really see your vision. Doesn't mean that they have negative intentions. They have like a bright aura. Another thing here, they have the shadow of an eagle above them. This can be also like a traditional family-wise something that is actually overshadowing this person, that they cannot be able to see it. I feel like this is actually Aquarius giving you an idea to understand that maybe ancestral generational things, the cellular level, are it's gonna follow some certain people no matter what you do. Okay, so it's like a surrender and acceptance moment. And every time I surrender something in my heart to the creator of all that is, when I let, after I have done everything in my power, by the way, this doesn't mean that I sit there and lay down. I'm not talking about doing everything in your power to overwork yourself or burn out. I'm talking about just whatever is available to you at that moment, maybe to fill the paperwork, to talk to a person, to go to somewhere, whatever it is. After you have done that, it seems like the situation is going to take care of itself, that you're not going to be able to open a second eye to this person. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Just let it be, let them see it by themselves. I see another creature here with a big mouth. Kind of reminds me a little bit like I want to say Pagliaccio. However, this is someone who entertains clown person. And they have a little dog on top of their head. The dog is laughing. They're laughing with a big nose. Kind of looks a little scary. However, dog energy is loyal energy. So I feel like maybe you need to do something in order to maybe redirect your energy. Do something that is fun for you. It can be going watching it play. I see a letter L, maybe going to a lake, but it can be watching something, okay? Watching a show, watching something to really like redirect your energy to something that gives you joy, rather than looking at this person, seeing that they just have one eye, they're not seeing what you're seeing, okay? Basically, when you have done everything in your power and then just go ahead and start living your life, basically, I said 2 times, basically, right? There's a ring showing up, which is commitment. Maybe if you're waiting for a commitment to come, that'll show up. Also, it's going to start to clarify the air. You see the darkness here? It's going to start to clarify. I see we have someone with a massive ribbon above their head. Someone looks like with a big eyes. You might still deal with some people that are not as aware as you are. However, the air is going to clear, basically. Okay, you're going to have a relaxed moment. And I told you that you might also at the same time, this can be something that you are going out there and exploring, and while you are the air is clearing. Okay, let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, desire, and intention, hold it in your mind. I see your energy field is intact. You're building layers and layers, and there are some people here inside of the first layer, but outside of the main layer you have. Tears of joy is good news coming ahead. Another thing I would like to mention, there are 2 desires. Why are you building walls? There are 3 people right there. So some people might be also you're inviting over to your space for help, for teamwork. However, you're not allowing them 100% into your energy field, because I feel like this can be people that you're hiring, because I see like a chunk of money there that's on the border, maybe ready to go out there. Or maybe you're not really trusting them fully, because I see an owl right here. Owl can represent the intuitive guidance. Maybe your intuition is actually telling you to be a little, cautious with who you're allowing in your space. We have a swan here. Swans, they mate for life. and they're very protective, and they have the Swan Lake. I don't know if you ever seen two swans actually doing their own dance. This can be someone you're allowing in your space within the second month, maybe, that you're aligned. But I see first you're having a conversation with them, okay? And none of you are swan at this point. You're wearing a cloak right there, kind of looks like a bat, which means that you can see in the dark, like you're seeing the dark, what is hidden from you. This person looks like an anteater mixed with a koala bear here. So koala bears are really like, I heard that they were allergic to eucalyptus tree, like leaves, and they're still eating that. That's why they were always like looking a little dizzy. So this can be someone who is not really consciously hurting themselves, but they are. Anteater, though, it is a good one. But they're efficient. They're efficient and they're getting things done. That can be the energy of this person. What happens is, after consideration, maybe either you're allowing them into your space, or once one is standing there, or actually there are two heads aligned, like right next to each other. So it seems like if you can get on the same page with this person, you're allowing them into your space. And then I told you the teamwork that you're forming here, but on a maybe professional level. Then moving forward from there, within the 6th month, I see again, your energy field is intact. The walls are strong, but it seems like there's going to be also like a clearing happening. If you have like a stressful moment or anything like that, that's going to also like clear out. And maybe even the second wall that you're building can be an opportunity. I feel like for some of you, this can be financial opportunity coming to you in order for you to maybe just have that space, that empty space for yourself, or empty out your calendar and take a break from everything. Okay. All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to add more videos on the screen here. Don't forget to give this one a thumbs up. Go ahead and hit subscribe, and I wish you all a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.